Hi, my name's Cass and this is the 50 Project. When I was younger, I learnt how to swim and it was something that I really enjoyed doing. Something so much that by the time I was around 10, 11 years old, I started competing in club sports and then moved into states and nationals. And as much as I loved swimming and put in hours upon hours of work into training and strength training, I could never just quite get to where I wanted to be. When I was a teenager, around 14, 15, I had a wonderful maths teacher at school, and she was a triathlete. In fact, we used to fall asleep in assembly together in the morning. I'd been swimming and she'd also been swimming, and so we shared this common ground. And she set up a triathlon team at the school I went to and said, why don't I join? I was good at running, I was great at swimming, and I just needed to focus on the bike. So I did. I joined, and for the next 3 years until I was 16, in the summer series, I did really well. I competed at quite a good level, came third, and in one of the big events I came fifth overall. And that got some interest of some people out there. And a few weeks later, I received a letter in the mail from the AIS asking me to join a camp to see if I had what it took to be an elite athlete in triathlons and potentially see where that could go. The reality of this story is, for all sorts of different reasons, personal reasons, family reasons, I wasn't able to go. And I quit swimming, I quit triathlons, and just decided to focus on study and finishing year 11 and year 12 and take a different path down university and business life. And over the last 30 years, I have wondered. I've wondered whether I would have been good enough. I wonder what would have happened if I went to the camp. Things would obviously be different. And this isn't a sliding doors sort of thing. I'm not, upset or sad about what happened and what transpired from that. After all, I wouldn't be where I am today if that opportunity passed me by. But it has got me thinking, and in my later age, I started running again when I was in my 30s, and I really enjoyed it. I did my first half marathon, I think, when I was about 32, and loved running. I loved running for the escape. I loved what running did for me as an individual. And one of the most fantastic things that I have enjoyed over the last few years is creating a run club within my own business. But last year, really taking my running to that next level and really challenging myself with running. And I feel like I know what I'm doing in the running space from a coach perspective, but also from a personal perspective. I know where I need to go, and I'm really proud that I've spent 3 years running without any injuries and doing a lot of distance. But this 50 project, this is different. This is about me. In 2.5 years, I'm going to be 50. And I'm not scared about getting old. I'm not worried about anything like that. I feel fit and fantastic, and but I do have this niggling feeling, could I do an Ironman? Could I do that triathlon that potentially the AIS might have said, yeah, she had something that was, she had an ability. I certainly have an ability to train, and I certainly have a strong mindset. So, could have I done it when I was 16? So now I'm answering that, I suppose, as a middle-aged woman going to turn 50 in a couple of years' time. And it's scary. It's a 5K, 5 and a bit K swim, which the swim, I suppose, after doing a bit of training won't be too hard, I don't think. I think, muscle memory, I'll get back into that. It's a full marathon run, and whilst I never officially have done a full marathon, I know I've got the legs to do it, and I can train all day, so that's fine. But the thing that's going to get me is the 180K ride. I mean, I ride every day, but cycling hasn't been my thing. It's something that I've learned as an adult more than in anything to enjoy and love, but I'm still not, 100% comfortable on the bike. So I'm going to be drawing some skills from some really cool people around me. One of them is going to be my son. He is a track cyclist and a junior world champion as well. So whilst he's a sprinter and probably doesn't do any more than a couple of 100 meters, I'm really keen to share this cycling experience with him and getting him to help me and give me some tips and tricks along the way. So the big goal for me with the 50 project is seeing and documenting the process of training for this epic event. And the interesting thing is, I don't know if I'm actually going to get there, even to compete at that level or at that distance, that Ironman distance. You've got to qualify. There's all sorts of things that I still am working out as I'm going along with this project. So I'll be documenting that, and I'll be showing you what I'm going through, and I'll be documenting my training, and hopefully that's going to be of interest to you. Hopefully you'll enjoy watching the trials, the tribulations, the joy, the fun, the silliness of the craziness of what this actually is. And then sort of laced in between all of that are the 50 projects or the 50 challenges that I've come up with. And some of the challenges are very personal, and some of the challenges are around the Ironman, but a lot of the challenges are things that any of you can do, or any of you could go, yeah, that resonates with me and I'd really like to join in. And the thing is, you don't have to be turning 50. You don't have to be 50. You can be any age whatsoever, and it's gender free. You can be male, female, you can be whoever you are, and join in on this journey. It's been a lot of, even though today is the first video, there's been a lot of planning and thinking, a lot more thinking than planning at this stage, but a lot of planning about what this is going to look like and how am I going to manage this on top of being a businesswoman and running my own business, and then also being a mum and wife. And I think that's going to show some realism. I'm not really aiming for elitist, although if anyone who knows me, I do like to compete. But I want to show it in a real way. I want to show my journey with this. And for those of you who have chatted to me over the last month of me sort of like talking about this in cryptic ways, I am nervous. It's going to be a whole day out there exercising, flogging myself, and I've been watching a couple of documentaries out there at the moment, and some of it's a little bit scary what happens and what you can go through. So it's going to be interesting, but I'm excited. So how does this all work? I'm going to make it really simple for you. So every Monday at 7 p.m. we're going to have a video. It's going to be a video of a recap of the week that's been, and my story, my journey through the 50 project. And then on social media and on our YouTube channel, we're going to have some shorts and some stories and behind the scenes, and we'll be letting you know what our first project is that's coming up, how you can get involved if you want to get involved. And I'm just really excited to share this journey. I'm super pleased that I've got a couple of years up my sleeve to get it done, but I really hope that you guys are going to join in, have a bit of a laugh, have some fun with me, maybe come out and do some training with me if you're around, and let's see where I go and whether I get there at the end to the Ironman. That's me, that's Cass, and this is the 50 Project.